Keto and crime, keto and crime. We uncover the grime on keto and crime. Keto and crime, keto and crime. Now is the time for keto and crime.
Hey everyone, welcome to Keto and Crime. This is a kind of a special video. I'm going to talk to you about what I'm doing to lose weight. Now, for many of you, you know I've been on a weight loss journey. I feel like I've been on a diet or a weight loss journey or something to that effect for most of my life. I was an overweight child. I was definitely an overweight teen. I lost just enough weight to get into the military, and that kept the weight off of me the entire time I was in there, and I kept it off for a couple of years after the military by, continuing the habits that I learned in the military, such as exercise and getting my mindset around food as fuel. But of course, as the years go by, that waned, and so even if you at my channel, you'll see my weight at all different ranges. I've been as high, and I'm embarrassed to say, this last time, because of COVID and stress and just emotional eating, I got back up to around 360 pounds. I am now down to 315. So I'm embarrassed to even put that out there. But I'm down to that. So I've lost almost around 45 pounds in about 8 weeks. And that's amazing. That's amazing. That's like Biggest Loser numbers. But how am I doing it? How am I starving myself? No, at least I don't feel that I am. Am I still using keto? Partially. I want to be completely honest. I think when I get to my goal weight, keto may be more of a maintenance way of eating for me. But during this, because I am adding tons of exercise to my regimen, I am eating more carbs than I normally would. I'm going up to about 100 carbs a day, which is still technically low carb, but not keto. Keto is like 20 net carbs or less a day. If you're not a purist. If you're a purist, it's 20 total carbs per day. But I have done everything from Weight Watchers to Atkins to just counting calories on my own to lose weight. And by far, I think the particular weight loss journey I'm on right now is more satisfying. I'm not suffering. I'm not hungry. I'm not even thinking about food most of the day, which is weird because I'm essentially a food addict and I am a compulsive overeater. And so anytime I'm losing weight, or trying to lose weight, I'm obsessed with food. I mean, it's kind of like what we talked about in that Minnesota starvation video, experiment video, and I'll link it up there if you haven't seen it. Literally, that spoke to me when it talked about those men that were reading cookbooks. Now, I never got that far, but I have been known to watch mukbangers or watch people doing those, 10,000 calorie a day challenges while I'm dieting because I'm hungry and I want the food, and so, but I don't want to eat it, so I watch other people. I know that's weird, but I can't be the only one that feels that way. But yeah, all that spoke to me. But right now, I'm not in that mindset. I don't know what's different this time. All I can say is I'm not obsessed with food anymore. I have an obsessive personality. I don't do moderation well, and that's part of my problem. It's like, most people can eat a moderate amount of food and be satisfied and move on. I can't do that. I either have to be on a strict eating plan, or I'm completely off the reservation, as my mom would say, and just batshit nuts. So it's one of the two. I don't do that in-between moderation well, and that's the hard part. But this time, I think I can do that moderation. I'm doing the moderation now, because the program that I'm doing, and I'm going to talk about it, will allow you to eat pretty much anything as long as you log your portion size and keep it within your macros. I'm basically doing a flexible kind of dieting. But it teaches you to eat those foods and be satisfied and what to eat with them to, like for example, I had one slice of pizza. It was a large slice of pizza. I had one slice of pizza, but I had a big salad with it. And I ate the big salad first, then ate the pizza, and I was fully satisfied on just one piece of pizza, when normally a girl would have scarfed 3 to 4. Let's be honest, I could put away a whole medium pizza on my own. Let's full transparency here. So that was unique for me, and it's really teaching me how to eat those foods and to incorporate those foods. And I feel as you get healthier and you try to incorporate exercise and become a more active person, that you want to eat better. So I'm making better choices. I'm not eating pizza 3 times a week. I'm eating it once a week. I'm eating, I'm eating a lot more vegetables and fruits and things like that. It's like you start to crave healthier foods as you start to get healthier, if that makes sense. I feel great. I have my production at work and here on the channel is unmatched, and I feel good. And so I want to share with you both what I'm doing for nutrition as well as exercise, because exercise has again become a focal point of what I do. Way back when I used to lift weights quite a bit, I could bench press 180 pounds flat. I was a gym rat for a period of time in my life between 2010 and 2013 till I fell off the wagon again. And the gym was an integral part of my life. I was a heavy weight lifter, and I also ran. I was a runner. I ran anywhere from 5 to 7 miles a day, both outside and treadmill running. So I enjoyed that immensely. And of course, I fell off the wagon and got out of that. And now I'm getting back into it, sorta. Let's talk about that. First, let's talk about what I'm doing as far as eating. As far as eating, I am using Noom, Noom. Now, it's an app you get on your phone. I'm sure you've seen their commercials here on YouTube, but they're not sponsored. This is not sponsored, but they are a great app. To me, it turns weight loss into a game. There's certain things that you want to meet every day. You want to read so many articles, listen to so many lessons, weigh every day, which I'll talk about that. Weigh every day, log your food, log your water, and all these things, and you get these badges. And like me, if you're kind of an obsessive personality and a competitive person, you get obsessed with getting those badges every day, and so you do it. And so, as I said, it is a flexible, if it fits your macros, if it fits your calories kind of regimen where you can pretty much eat anything, but they try to sway you toward what they call green foods. And these are foods that are vegetables, fruits mainly, some healthy whole grains, some lean meats are in there as well, but they try to sway you to that. And that's the majority of what they want you to eat. And then they have what they call yellow foods, which is kind of in moderation, like my pizza. My slice of pizza is in that yellow group. And then there's stuff that they call red, which is try to avoid these if possible. But they give you a certain amount of allotment of your daily calories in each category. And like the green's unlimited, the yellow, you have so many percentage of your total calories, and the red, so they don't dissuade you from the red, they just want you to really watch how much you eat those. And I still go over in the red every day because I have to have something crunchy, and I eat pop chips. I have like a 100-calorie bag of pop chips with lunch, and that always sends me over. But anyway, so they always, in their lessons, they teach you how to observe food and how to look at food. And for example, they teach you that the red foods aren't bad. They can be part of a healthy diet, but in moderation. And I think that's one reason I'm doing better with being able to be a more moderate person when it comes to diet than I was before. So that's what I'm doing. They do want you to weigh every day. I have a little bit of a problem with that. I log weight every day, but I don't weigh every day. Noom, if you're out there, don't revoke my membership. But I really think that the fluctuations you get day to day between fluid, retaining water, you had too much salt, you didn't need enough salt. You know how your weight can fluctuate between 8 ounces and I think 1.5 pounds a day. To me, that would drive me insane. Now, my mother-in-law, who has been a great inspiration and a great source of motivation for me on this because we're doing it together, she weighs every day. And she had a problem where she had plateaued and just could not, in her past, could not get past, like she would lose a couple of pounds and it would creep back up, and it was just, she was stuck in this range. And the weighing every day has benefited her because she sees those ounces fluctuate and she understands what her body's doing. And now she's actually on a constant downward trend. So that has benefited her. But me, my obsessive personality, that would make me nuts. So I weigh every Sunday. And then through the week, I log where I think I'm going to be. As I said, it's kind of a way to cheat the system, but I'm doing it. Anyway, so that's the only drawback to that for the Noom program that I think, but that benefits some people. So who am I to poo-poo it? Now, what am I doing for exercise? Exercise has become a focal point of what I'm doing now. I was given a Fitbit Charge 3 for Christmas. And that is what I'm using. Prior to the Fitbit, I was just tracking. I was tracking my steps through the Noom app. You can do it. They have a setting in there where you can track it from the phone. And so I was walking, but I always had to have the phone with me, which was really annoying because sometimes I'd go out and I'd forget the phone and I'd get all angry. And so I learned that now that I have the Fitbit, I don't have to worry about that. And you can actually link Fitbit with Noom. It's really simple. There's step-by-step guide on both Fitbit and Noom. And it kind of tracks it for me now, so I don't have to worry about it. So Fitbit in itself is kind of a game. You have certain goals you want to reach through the day, how many flights of stairs you climb. Not necessarily that you have to climb flights of stairs, but they consider any set of exercise that's done for at least 10 to 15 minutes, you will be awarded a certain amount of flights of stairs because they say it's equivalent to that. They also have a goal for exercising at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's another badge in Fitbit. They also have, of course, you can track your calories in there, you can track your water, but I've linked Noom and Fitbit together, so I track all of that in Noom. But Fitbit, mainly, what I'm doing is walking. I started out trying to walk outside. I walked in our yard. Our yard's fairly uneven, so that didn't do so well. Then I started walking around our neighborhood, which when I did my F2 tornado walk around, it's a nice area to walk in. But the pavement is very uneven, and after about 2 weeks of doing that, I had a lot of pain in my left foot. Turns out I had a little bit of tendonitis from the impact of the concrete, the pavement. So I decided to start trying to walk inside. And so I was making laps around the house and generally annoying everybody, but my mother-in-law was doing it too because it was, our weather here ranges from tornado to blizzard to tropical paradise, so you never know what the outdoors are going to bring you. But I started walking mainly inside, and being that other people in this house work from home, I really couldn't have my music while I was walking. I mean, earbuds and stuff, of course, but like I said, I'm a strange person. I don't really like earbuds because, I don't know, they just don't fit right in my ear. So, anyway, it was kind of getting boring just making laps around the house. So I searched on YouTube for walking workouts to help me get steps. And I found 2 great channels. I'll link them up below, up above. One is called Improved Health, and one is called Yes to Next. And they are channels geared toward working workouts for beginners and those of us that are of a certain age to elderly. And my mother-in-law started doing these workouts with me. So we do one in the morning before I log into my day job, and we do one at lunch. And then if we need to make up steps in the afternoon, we do another one. But that's what we do. It's a great mixture of walking and easy, low-impact aerobics. And that's what I've been doing. So I've been slamming my Noom exercise badges. And steps-wise, I started out trying to get 5,000 steps a day, and then I gradually moved up to 7. Now, and then I went 10, and now I'm at 12. So I'm walking an average of 12 to 13,000 steps a day. I got 16,000 the last 2 days. But that's not my goal. That was just kind of a bonus. But my goal is 12,000 steps a day, which is, depending on how long your stride is, that's about 5 to 6 miles. You've heard all the hype about 10,000 steps. 10,000 steps is a great goal. It's about 4 to 5 miles, depending on the length of your stride. But where did that come from? Where did 10,000? Well, basically a Japanese company during the 60s invented one of the first pedometers, and one of the first mainstream pedometers, and they just, in the name, literally translated to 10,000 steps, so they just made 10,000 kind of the standard, and it took. There's no real research behind 10,000 steps being what you should aim for. But it is above average of what the normal person in Western civilization, Western cultures walk. So it's a good square goal, and it's easy to remember. Now, there have now been studies that says if you're over 70, that 7,000 steps is the sweet spot, and it can actually help extend your life. And we all know that walking and moving your body is so important for overall health, just overall feeling good, because it makes you more creative, it improves brain function, it gives you those endorphins which help battle depression and anxiety. It's just great. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been doing 2 30-minute walking workouts a day, and then the rest of the time Noom has kind of a Noom and Fitbit have kind of a challenge where they challenge you to get up and walk 250 steps between the hours of 9 and 6. And that will help you actually get, if you do that and get that badge every day, which I'm obsessive about getting those badges, that's why these work so well for me, you'll actually walk an additional 2,200 steps doing that. So that's how I get my steps. And if I'm lacking, I go for a walk at the end of the day, but it's rare. Usually when I stand up to log out from work, I'm done, because I've done it all, lunch, before work, and during work. So that's what I've been doing. I feel good, and I think it's been very beneficial for me. And I have not abandoned the keto lifestyle. That will come back into my life at some point, but right now I'm technically low carb because I'm limiting my carbs to 100 or less per day in conjunction with Noom. So that's the reason now I say I'm Noom with a keto twist. So that's what I'm doing. I hope I encourage a few of you to do the same if you're struggling. And even if you're not struggling with your weight, committing to walking 10,000 steps a day will improve your health. I highly recommend it. I feel good. I feel more confident. Definitely the brain power is at max, and I just feel good about it. So I definitely encourage you to do that. And check out the 2 channels, Improved Health and 𝐥𝐞𝐭'𝐬. They are adorable, they are fun, and it's all low impact, geared toward beginners and older people, so it will not hurt you. And with that being said, I'll be back soon. I've got 2 great true crime videos dropping this weekend. One on the Tuskegee experiment and Jeffrey Dahmer. So with that being said, keto and crime.